What up, Mike? What up? I'm gonna carve some. I'm gonna carve some gnomes here in a second, dude. But I just gotta get some shit set up. That was a good. That was a good. That was a good CTP, bro. That was a good shooting the poop. Oh, I can't believe I won. I can't believe I won that, dude. I've never won one of those fucking spins on any channel. Yeah, yeah. I think he may have had a couple. No, dude. It just. I think YouTube kind of ebbs and flows, bro. It's like the tides. You know. Like my channel was super pumping for a long time, and now, like, I'll get like 100 views. The last week I've been getting like 100 views on a live, or not on a live, on a short, and I used to get like way more. So I don't know what's going on. Hey, what up, SoCal? But also, something else, Mike, is like after I'm done doing my lives, I'll check the live, like, and it'll say, oh, you had 8 viewers, but you had 20 concurrent viewers. So like something's seriously wrong with YouTube right now. And I don't know what's going on. Tom, what's happening, man? SoCal, what's happening? What is going on with my phone here, bro? I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm gonna start do a little wood carving. Hard for you guys to see because of the chat. Huh? Maybe we'll move this down a bit. There we go. I think we'll get started with a gnome. Oh, you know what? I have this gnome from the other night that I didn't quite finish, so we'll finish this guy. Here's some pieces from this week. Here's like an abstract piece. Yeah, Tom, you got to take those. You got to take those times, dude. You got to take those times to just chill. This is just like kind of like a. I just carved this Nothing really in mind, just messing around. And I like it. This week I ordered and received an insulated backpack. And so last night I went out on the motorcycle and I did motorcycle DoorDash. And it was super fun. And I got paid to ride my motorcycle. So that's cool. That's a good point. That's a good point. And also, like I think it's good. It's kind of like when you're drawing and you start with just a squiggly line and then try to see something. And I think it helps with your creativity a bit as well. We are going to strop the blades. That's got plenty of polishing compound on it. Let's get this out of the way. Spent last night at a mixer. Right on. Sounds like fun, dude. That sounds like good times. I'm just taking a quick couple of minutes to make sure all my blades are very sharp. Yeah, Tom, that's what happens though, man. We get old. It's part of it. It's just part of it. When I started realizing that I was starting to get old was I was listening to a classic rock station and they played Nirvana. And I was like, no, dude, no, it's happening. I gotta say, I love this. I love these flex cut knives, dude. These are very, very sharp. Very good knives. But tonight I think we're gonna finish carving this gnome that we started. We started this gnome in here a while back. We're gonna finish him. We gotta finish his beard. We gotta finish his hat. Do a couple details. But first, we gotta get the blades sharp, dude. Don't forget to like, share, do all that stuff, guys. If you would, subscribe. And we'll get to carving here very soon, dude. So this is just a leather strap with polishing compound on it, and so it's called stropping or honing or whatever. But yeah, I'm just getting them sharp. If you keep your blades stropped with a piece of leather, and if you're carving in like every 20, 30 minutes or so, you stop and sharpen your blades or strop your blades, then you don't have to like take them to the stones as often and sharpen them on the stones because you're keeping the edge on there and not letting them get worn down. Yeah. There we go. Oh yeah, let's get this V gouge. What up, Seth? What happened to the carbon set? Yeah, exactly, Tom. If you religiously strop your blades, then you won't have to like take them to the stones as often, and it saves you. Seems like it's an extra step, but it saves you time. Okay, let's finish shaping this dude's hat. For that, I'm gonna use my Sloyd knife and a push cut. That was a nice little piece. What up, Mike? What up, my man? I also carved this one this week, and I'm gonna start calling these little eyeballs on tentacles. I'm gonna start calling these watchers. So I carved this watcher this week. Out of one piece of wood. Yo, thank you guys. What up, Deuce Deuce? for little mishaps like that. That's why I want to bust out the detail knife, dude. There we go. There we go. One sec, guys, while I deal with a technical issue. One sec here. We'll call this one good. And we'll start on another one. Hey, Tom, good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping in. Have a good night. Stay out of trouble. This one's going to be a very wizardly looking gnome. But there's the basic outline of them. Oops, wrong way for that cut. There we go. Oh, excuse me. What up, guys? If you just got here, I am going to carve a gnome out of this block of wood. So hang tight, dude. We will carve one. Right now, I'm just going through and outlining all the features, and we'll start. Once that's done, then I'll start removing material and shaping it up. We could go maybe a little bit higher on the shoulders. There we go. Like there. There we go. Fixable mistake there, dude. Scuba Steve, what's up, my man? Welcome, dude. How was your show? What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? We all have those nights, Scuba Steve. This one might be. I think I might have bit off a little much here with this beard, but we're gonna try to make it work. Hey, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated, dude. Much appreciated. Here's where we're at so far on this one. He's gonna have like a long wizard beard. What up, J.A. Carving? Yeah, here's some stuff I did this week. I've been doing these eyeballs on tentacles, and I've been calling them watchers. And then of course the gnomes. Yeah, I love the gnomes. And then I did this like abstract piece where I just started carving. I just made cool shapes and stuff. And I actually really enjoyed making this piece here. No like no like real picture in mind of what I wanted to do. I just kind of started carving. And like as a result there's tons of like cool little things in there. You can definitely look at this for a while and see all sorts of stuff. So pretty stoked. Pretty stoked on that one. I think I should do more of those. You ever mess with the flex cut knives? This is their little detail knife or whatever. I'm digging them, dude. I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I'm just saying I like them. Yeah, I agree. I agree with the creativity thing. It's like you just start carving and then you see something in it and you carve that out. I do have to say though, like I did like probably 3 carvings a day this last week, just in my free time. And by the end of the week, man, my forearm was tired, bro. Very tired. How do I follow? Can I follow somebody from here? Yeah, bam. I followed you back. After this live, I'll go check out your stuff. Hmm. How am I gonna get that? Okay, we are getting too much tear out in that direction. What up, Hawks? Dunkel knives. You know, I gotta say, I haven't been in carving super long, so Helvey, Dunkel, Lion's knives all sound. I don't think I've heard of those before. And this Sloyd knife is just it's just a Beavercraft Sloyd knife, which I've actually been pretty stoked about Beavercraft stuff, dude. This beard's gonna be, I think, a little tougher than I anticipated on this beard, bro. You can take a little bit more off that beard, actually. There we go. Are you talking like a knife that only has a bevel on one side? Hold up, guys. My dog's alerting me. I'm gonna go make sure it's not coyotes or a cougar or something. What is it? What? Oh, so like no bevel. Is that so like no bevel? It's just like the tiniest little wedge. I invited you to join. You can show me what you're talking about if you want. All right, no worries, man. No worries. How long have you been carving? 45 years. Holy smokes, man. You must be super good then. Nice. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. I'll have to go check out your work when I'm done with the stream here. What up, people? Welcome. Don't forget to hit that like, share, follow, do all of that. Like, share, follow, subscribe. Dude, thank you for reposting. How's it going, Paul? Yo, somebody bought one of my t-shirts, dude. Thank you. I should set that up on I should set that up on this platform as well. Yo, thank you for sending the rose. I am not stoked. I am not stoked about this one, guys. I'll keep working on it, but right on, dude. Hey, it was nice to meet you, man. Super nice to meet you, dude. Nice to meet another carver. Hey, Land Raver. Was that you, Benner? I saw that. I got the alert. Thank you for ordering the shirt. They're nice shirts, dude. That color of yellow is called butter. You're gonna love it. All your friends are gonna be jealous. They're gonna be jealous of your shirt. Mike, it's easy to make merch, dude. Sign up for a Fourth Wall account, and then that will put a product shelf on your YouTube. And then on Fourth Wall, you can set up print on demand services. It's worth it, dude. I think I've sold like, I don't know, 4 or 5 shirts on there over the last couple months. It's just like a cool thing. It's a cool thing because people can like sport your logo, you know? Like they're like, put your logo on there, and then people dig it, and then they wear it, and they're like, hell yeah, I'm wearing my fucking Cobb Mountain Woodworks shirt, you know? Here's where I'm at with this guy so far, and I'm not super pumped. I'm not. I'm honestly not super pumped about this guy so far. Let's see if we can save him. I think I need to. I think I need to make the beard sort of pop a little bit more. Yes, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around the beard and make a little V cut around it, and that should make it. That should make it pop a little bit more. Nice, spinners. Yeah, I think a little V cut right here. Do wonders for this beard, dude. Pen business card holder. Dude, I suspect, Benner, that you would really enjoy carving, dude. I feel like I feel like you would enjoy it. I feel like most people would, but like if you're somebody that has an active brain and also likes making stuff, it is a super good, relaxing sort of meditative thing to carve, dude. It helps quiet my brain to carve, you know. Because as Mike puts it, I am what you would call neurospicy. I was supposed to install a security system today, and I ended up just riding my motorcycle. I rode my motorcycle all day, and then I took a nap. So I didn't get the security system. Uh, I didn't get the security system installed today, dude. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. If I don't go riding. Yeah, the barrier to entry is super low. Like you can get a carving knife for cheap, and you can order these. You know, you can order packages of these basswood blocks for super nice for carving from Amazon, and you can get into it for pretty. You can get into carving for pretty cheap, bro. I mean, you could also get into it for a lot of money if you wanted, but you could start out very inexpensively. I mean, if you guys remember, I was carving for a solid like month or two just using my utility knife, which you can. You can use your utility knife to carve, dude. And it actually does a surprisingly great job at wood carving. But it is a little more unwieldy than the other options out there. But yeah, you can carve with just your old Stanley utility knife. I've carved a lot of figurines with this sucker. And you don't have to sharpen them. You can just keep them stropped, and then when the blade gets dull, it's a razor knife. You just put another razor blade in there. Most people probably already have one of those laying around. I would imagine. I can't really say that because I don't know for sure, but I would imagine that most households have a utility knife laying around. You know what I'm saying? Crab Castle, what's happening? Yeah, I've been watching Wes a lot too, and that dude, he makes it look easy. I know it's nowhere near as easy as he makes it look, but I'm anticipating a couple Wes knives coming in the mail soon, dude. I'm pretty stoked about that. I can't wait to like carve with a knife made from one of the homies. Crab Castle Forge. Do you make knives? That sounds like somebody that might make knives. Ah, so he does make knives. Hell yeah. Crab Castle Forge. If you want, you can post some photos. You can post some photos of your knives in my community tab, and then when I get done here, I can go in there and check them out and then follow you. Oh, sick. Yeah, definitely post that in the community tab, man. I would love to check it out and give you a follow. All right, here's where we're at, guys, so far with this wizard bearded gnome figure. Wes does it. What up? We were just talking about you, Wes. We are talking about your knives. Guys, I bought a I bought an insulated backpack, and last night I went out. Last night I went out on my motorcycle, and I gave motorcycle door dashing a try last night. And I gotta say, dude, it was fun. I got paid to ride my motorcycle. What up, Beard? Wes and Crab Castle, do you know each other? You guys both make knives. So yeah, I spent last night just motorcycle door dashing. Came home and passed out. And dude, it was fun. It was fun. And then today, I was supposed to be installing a security system. And instead, I just rode my motorcycle all day, dude. All day long, rode my motorcycle today. I'm carving he's gonna be like a wizard. He's gonna be like a wizard dude. With a long beard. He's gonna have a long beard that'll cut some grooves in it. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm stoked on this carving, but we'll try to make it cool. We'll try to make it all right. So, Nomer Simpson, dude, nice. Got Noam Chomsky. Garden's doing good. Garden's doing good. Yeah, it's pumping, dude. It's pumping. I'm excited. I am excited for the garden, bro. 'Cause you know, for like 20 years before this, before we moved here, I lived in the redwoods, bro. I lived in like full shade in the redwoods, and I couldn't garden at home. And I spent a lot of time like working in nurseries and learning all about gardening, and then I lived in the redwoods and I couldn't fucking garden at home. So having this place where I'm able to garden, it's quite the blessing. Benners, unless you got young kids, go ahead and get a motorcycle. If you got young kids, I would say maybe wait till they're grown up a little bit. And why I say that is because motorcycles are inherently very, very fucking dangerous, dude. And that's part of what makes them fun. That's a large part of what makes them exciting to ride is the danger. Let's not kid ourselves, dude. If you like riding, you enjoy a little bit of danger. This way, this way. That's the money, yeah. That's tough. Yeah, so Beard, like I lived in the redwoods. I don't know if you know about redwoods, dude, but they are fucking giant trees, dude, like hundreds of feet tall. So I was surrounded by them for like 20 years, so I wasn't able to like garden at the house at all, like really. And also, like the duff that redwoods drop that piles up on the ground, it's got a lot of tannic acid in it that like leaches into the soil and makes it hard for other plants to grow. Redwoods are very competitive, dude. They don't want other things growing up around them. Guy at work, his wife wrecked twice in the last 8 months. Damn. Didn't need to hear that, man. My wife wants to get her own motorcycle, which I think is cool. I'm cool with it as long as she, takes the course. Takes the course, dude. Studies how to do it safely, as safely as possible. It's not. There's. It's never gonna be safe to ride a motorcycle, bro. But it could be safer. Oh yeah, you know about redwoods, and yeah, so yeah, you can't really garden underneath those suckers. That's why I'm stoked to be where I'm at now, dude, in full sun, and have a garden in my yard. It's a huge blessing. Huge. Huge, I tell you. What up? Welcome everybody that's just coming in. We are carving a gnome out of a little block of wood, hanging out and just chatting about whatever. If you got any questions, throw them in the chat, dude. Or just say hi. Where are you from? Where are you at? What's happening? Are you a woodworker? Are you some kind of crafter? You just enjoy watching it? What's going on? How's your mom doing? Does she miss me? She probably does. Oh, Handmade Haven, what's happening? Is that Cheryl? That's what I thought. Yeah, that's Cheryl. What's happening? Right now, I'm just carving out the little rim of his hat. Good to see you, Cheryl. Welcome, welcome. I went to this like really cool state park today. It's called Clear Lake State Park. If you guys don't know about Clear Lake, it's like the one of the oldest lakes in North America. It's a volcanic lake or whatever. Um, and there's a state park there. So I went there and I didn't realize that they had a visitor center there. And I went into the visitor center and it was dope, dude. It had like all kind of like taxidermied animals from the area, but like all set up in like like terrarium looking zones, and like it was fucking dope, dude. Tons of historical stuff in there. Like, yeah, it was cool, man. I learned a lot of stuff today. definitely check out Clear Lake State Park if you're in the area. The tribe that used to live there, the Pomo, were there. They say they were there like 15,000 years ago. The Pomo were 15,000 years ago. The Pomo were inhabiting that lake. And there's like they have all kind of stuff about the Pomo and how they lived and all that. It was cool, man. Definitely check out Clear Lake State Park when you get a chance. And it's a trip to think that, like 15,000 years ago, there was a people there that were like living there and they lived off the lake, they like survived because of the lake and they lived their whole lives right there, bro. Like, kind of a little more, I think, in tune with the earth than we live now, for sure, you know. But they were peaceful people, dude. They weren't like a warring people. They were peaceful. They just lived off the lake and they fished and hunted and shit. Traded. They had a currency, which they made like little things out of magnesite and used that as a currency. It was dope, dude. It was dope. Yeah, definitely want to take my wife there now. I think she'll like it. Here's where we're at so far. He's getting there. Little gnome friend. Little gnomey. It's one of the gnome boys right here. Hey, why? I'm making a little gnome wizard guy. I mean, why not? If you enjoy doing it, bro, then do it. That's not hurting anybody. At all. If you're watching on this screen, if you're watching on this channel, there is a link to buy one of my t-shirts somewhere in there. If you want to support the shop and rock a hella awesome t-shirt. If you're watching on this screen, I don't have that set up over here yet. Sorry. Still pretty new over here. Yeah, might as well do it, Benners. Why not? Dude, why not? As long as you're not hurting anybody, do whatever you want, bro. Make you feel good? Hell yeah, do it. Relaxes you? Definitely do it, man. In this world, you gotta do whatever you can to chill the fuck out because there's enough out there to make you go crazy, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, Benner, thank you for purchasing the shirt. The shopping bag in your right corner, you can buy a Cobb Mountain Woodworks t-shirt. All profits go to helping keep the lights on out here. Yeah, thanks, Cheryl. Benner, what are you talking about? Just don't call peeps out on others' channels. Are you talking about when I told that dude I didn't want to talk about my channel on Wes's live stream? Oh, I thought you were talking about an incident where this dude was asking me something like, "Hey, what are you up to? What are you working on?" And I'm like, "Bro, I'm like trying to watch Wes's live stream, not talk about my business. I'm here to enjoy somebody else's work, bro." Yeah. Yeah. I just don't want to be on somebody else's live stream talking about what I'm up to. Like it just feels kind of grimy. It feels kind of grimy to me to go to somebody else's live stream and talk about mine. You know? I don't go to people's live stream for that. I go to because I enjoy what they're doing, you know? I go to Wes's live stream because I wanna enjoy the vibes, dude, and see what kind of fucking badass shit he's making. You know? Here's what we're working on right now. Working on this gnome dude with the long beard. Hey, Jordan. Welcome, dude. Yeah, Wes is one of my favorite YouTubers, dude. Just good vibes. Highly skilled. Super chill. Nice guy. Yeah, I'm in the United States. I'm over here in California, bro. Beautiful California. Let's clean this up a little bit right there. It's looking a little shabby. Yeah, but Benner, you'll see that in live streams where it's like it seems like there's some people that like they try to use other people's live streams as their own billboard, and they'll like it's like they're in there disingenuously. They're in there and they'll be like, "Hey, how's it going, everybody?" But they're just waiting for an opportunity to talk about what they're up to, you know? Oh, Lancaster, right on, right on. But yeah, there's a lot of people like that. They're just kind of like they're not there to enjoy the other dude's content. They're there to try to eventually, hopefully, plug their own content, dude. Oh, share your joy, rescue home. So what's up? How long have I been carving, dude? Um, well, I didn't carve for a long time, but when I was like in my late teens, I was hitchhiking around, I would always be carving. But then I didn't carve for until recently, until a few months ago, and I started picking it back up. Here's a here's these little guys. I've been working on these. I call these watchers. They're basically just eyes on tentacles. This one's carved from a single piece of wood. This is an abstract one. I did this the other day with nothing in mind. I just started carving just to make shapes. I ended up liking how it turned out, dude. There's like all kind of stuff in there. Here's another watcher. I started calling these guys the watchers. I got tons of gnomes, all kind of gnomes. Yeah. You quit carving when you ran out of wood, Mike? Yeah, it is. I love it out here too. I I've always wanted a shop, and so finally, like this knife, um, this is a Beavercraft Sloyd knife. I just have these. I have a bunch of these blocks, so that's what I'm doing right now. Um, Benner, I'd be down to sell you a gnome. 20 bucks. 20 bucks for a gnome or whatever, or a watcher, or whatever. Yeah, watcher. I got a handful of watchers ready. I have some watchers that I stained with. Let me check on that sound there, dude. Good boy. Good boy, Tater. Whatever that was, my dog scared it off. Thank you. Thank you, dude. I love my little shop. Kind of a mess right now. And to be honest, it usually is. I know it's you feel like ass sometimes when I'm like, oh, let me try carving. I was okay at it pretty quick. Well, it's because you're a skilled dude, Mike. Because you are a handy, handy dude. Yeah, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Man, right on. Yeah, usually in the daytime I'll have that garage door open and you can see the mountains out there. I gotta say I love the V tool, dude. All these little shavings, I just throw them in my fire pit outside and then burn them. Yeah, thanks for the follow. Whoa, 531 likes. What happened there? Thank you for all the likes, dudes. Another follow. Thank you. Another follow. Thank you. What is happening? Yeah, the shavings I just throw them. I just throw them in the fire pit. I don't know what else to do with them really. Thank you for the likes, guys. Pour the shavings in a cupcake mold with wax and wicks and make fire starter. That's not a bad idea, dude. That's not a bad idea at all. I want to get this. I want to get this a little flatter before I beard it up. I did just start yesterday. I started motorcycle door dashing yesterday, and I think that's going to be a good way to save a bit on taxes, dude. Writing off all those miles. That's a good idea. What up, Steven? I am carving a little gnome wizard guy. Right now, I'm working on his beard. You can use cardboard egg cartons. Huh. It's a good idea. I was thinking about ordering actually a bunch of beeswax and some mineral oil and then making my own. I was thinking about making my own like cutting board oil, dude, and selling that. Come on. Come on, buddy. I want to put a little line right there. Why are you being difficult, dude? Don't eat the. Don't. Leave it. Leave it. Hey. Hey. Leave it, dude. Go. Go. You get out of here. You get out of here. Do not eat the frogs. Do not. Do not eat the frogs, dude. Sorry, guys. There's like tree frogs over here outside, and my dog tries to eat them. And I do have two live streams going. I've got the talk and the tube going. I don't work from a template. I just kind of go on these. Most things I don't work from a template. But yeah, dude, there's these tree frogs that live here outside, and they're really cool, and I love having them around. But my dog always tries to eat them, dude. And he tries to eat the big old toads out here too. And I always got to be stopping them, bro. Like, stop eating the tree frogs, homie. Those are our friends, dude. They help out the garden. Bandsaw box. You want to see bandsaw box? Yeah, let me grab one off the table real quick, dude. Be right back. So, this is a walnut. This is a walnut bandsaw box with an obsidian drawer pull. So that's volcanic glass from the mountain here. And yeah, it's just a little cool little keepsake box made out of super nice figured walnut wood. All right, Jordan, have a good one. But yeah, so I also do these. I made a handful of these for this upcoming reggae show. I'm gonna put this back. Okay. And I need to make a bunch. I need to make a bunch more of those boxes, dude. That show's gonna be here soon. Before I know it. All right, we were doing this beard up. There we go. Steven, thank you for the follow, man. Much appreciated. Tomorrow, I think I'm gonna do some glue ups for bandsaw boxes. So tomorrow, I'll be live streaming the glue up process for that, and then Monday, Tuesday, we can get started making some more boxes. Thanks for all the likes, guys. 1,600 likes. That's crazy, dude. I have not done the show before, Benners. It is this show is it's going to be the first year they're doing this show. It's called Lakeside Jam. It's in Kelseyville, California. It's going to have Ozo Motley, which is like a Grammy award winning like reggae fused with like Latin. It's a badass band. Check out Ozo Motley. They're sick as fuck. And then there's going to be another band there that I've seen a bunch of times called the Expendables, which is like a reggae surf rock band from Santa Cruz. And I've seen them tons of times. And so when I heard they were doing this show, I bought tickets. And then shortly after that, I found out that they were going to allow craft vendors. So I applied to become a craft vendor. And then they said, yeah. So that came with 2 tickets. So I ended up with 5 tickets, which I have already found homes for all of them. But I'm gonna have some good people showing up. We're gonna go to this show. I'm gonna try to sell some stuff. Steve Morrison, thank you for the likes. And yeah, it's gonna be like an all-day show. But the 2 main bands that are playing are bands that I've like literally like gone and seen a bunch. Those are Motley and the Expendables, dude. I'm pretty stoked to be vending there. And to be honest with you, dude, I don't even care if I sell anything. Just to be there, meeting people, enjoying the music, enjoying the sun, dude, living life, showing people my work, you know. it's gonna be pretty much living the dream, bro. Like I can't really think of something I would rather do. You know, like I've never done that. I've never, I've never had a booth at a music festival. You know, I've done farmers markets and I've done art shows and shit like that. And yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Maybe I'll even get a chance to meet the dudes from Ozo Motley and the Expendables. Would be fucking hella cool. You know. Speaking of art, dude, I met a dude who runs an art gallery, and he seemed kind of interested in carrying some of my pieces, dude. So I'm gonna like, but I think I want to make pieces specific for that. Like I want to make its own pieces. So after I'm done with the good boy, good boy, Tater. After I'm done with the show, which will be on July 11th, Kelseyville, California. Lakeside Jam, dude. Get your tickets. Come on down. Come see me. Say hi. I'll have a booth there selling stuff, hanging out. Ozo Motley, The Expendables. It's going to be fucking crazy, dude. Family friendly. That's kids 12 and under get in free. Anyway, so once that show's over and I don't feel like I have to only be making stuff to have my table full for that, then I'm thinking I'm going to make some more art pieces, dude. Like you guys remember when I made Ragnarok? That was a sick piece, dude. That's still hanging in my living room. And then I'm just gonna make some cool stuff, man. And we'll take it down there and see if they want to carry it. I do have a Madrone Burl bandsaw box that I made that I don't want to sell, so I might bring that down there to just display it because it's dope. It's like one of a kind. 7-Eleven, dude. July 11th, Kelseyville, California. Lakeside Jam, dude. Get your tickets. It's going to be the best show you've ever seen in your life. It's going to be a killer day, dude. I can feel it already. I'm super excited about it. I should be more. I feel like I should have more anxiety about it than I do. But I just am pure excitement, you know? Pure excitement. And guys, if you are a woodworker or whatever you do, your hobby, you know, put it out there, dude. Make a YouTube channel. Go to farmers markets, go to shows, like put your shit out there, dude. You know, share it with the world. Like what's the point of like making art if you're just gonna like not share it with anybody, dude? You know what I mean? Like share your art. Put it out there, dude. And also, you probably judge your art way more hard than anybody else does. Like you're probably way more critical of your art than anybody else would be. Keep that in mind. Don't be so hard on yourself. Share your art with the world, dude. Don't just do it at your house and keep it to yourself. Share it, man. Steve says he's a new carver and he gives all the stuff away to his friends. Your wife gets mad and wants you to charge. You should do it, Benner. You absolutely should do it. Yeah, this is a cut-proof glove. I want to address Steve Morrison, New Carver, giving stuff away to friends. The wife gets mad and wants you to charge. I mean, dude, you could charge, but it's also like giving away something handmade is a fucking very powerful thing, you know. But maybe do two that day. Do one that you give away to somebody, and then one that you charge for, and then make them both happy. But yeah, Steven, this is a cut-proof glove. Got it on the Zon for I think it was $5 or something. You definitely want you don't want it to become work. That's understandable. That's totally understandable. Yeah. Well, what about trade? What about trading with your friends? Yo, thanks for the follow, George. What about trading? Do not eat the. Hold on, guys. Leave it alone. Hey, leave it alone, dude. Go, go. Don't do not eat the frogs, my guy. Just saved it. I just saved another frog's life from a dog, dude. Yeah, trade's a good idea. Anyway, here's where I think I'm gonna call it on this guy. We've got a little we've got a little wizard dude. We've got a little wizard guy. We'll make it. He's pretty cool. He's better than I thought he was gonna be, honestly. Let's do another one. Bam. Bam. No, we could do a bigger beer than that. Trade for topsoil? That's fair, dude. There we go. We're gonna do a much. Yeah, there we go. This isn't real. It's not a real line. Do that. One of those. Come down here. Like that. Like that. This. Like that. Bam. We'll give him one of these. We'll give him a little hair as well. Have a little bit of hair. Oops. There we go. Have you been marketing them to sell them better? Dude, do not eat the frogs, bro. Go. Get. Get out of there. Dude. Go. Leave it alone, dude. All right. Let's get to the carving action. 2,000 likes. Thanks, guys. That's awesome, dude. I've never tried to sell on Facebook. He's a Great Pyrenees, so I don't think he's eating the frogs because he wants to like eat the frogs. I think he's eating them because it's like a thing that's in his space and he wants to kill it. No, that's not how the hair goes, bro. That's the hat. The hair goes from there. They're good dogs, man. Great Pyrenees are good dogs, but they are not like, if you're a beginner when it comes to dogs, don't get a Great Pyrenees, dude. You need to know how to train a dog because they are very, very strong willed and independent. And if you don't know how to handle a dog like that, they will run you. And you could hurt somebody. You could end up causing someone to get hurt. Lots of, yeah, that's true, dude. Lots of slobber, man. He is a fucking slobber factory. That's why as soon as I see that dog start to shake, I cover, bro. I cover. As soon as he does one of these, it's like, whoa, buddy, what you doing? It's pretty disgusting when he slobbers, dude, and he shakes it, and it just like, hey, I'll see you, beard. When he shakes it, and it just flings everywhere, dude. It's slobber and fur clumps, dude. A lot of fur. They're a lot to deal with, dude, and they're so stubborn. Like, it is the most stubborn dog I've ever trained. But I've got him pretty trained, dude. I've trained him to like sit, lay down. I taught him to sit, lay down, patrol. I taught him patrol is a command that I give him when I want to walk and have him not smell every single thing along the way. I tell him patrol, and then he knows that we're walking. Um, and we're checking shit out. We're taking a look. We're not taking a sniff. And then I taught him disarm. Um, so the disarm command, he like jumps up and takes whatever it is out of the hand and runs off. So somebody's holding something, I tell him disarm, and he grabs it and runs. And then let's see what else, dude. I've tried to like teach him kayete or like shut up, be quiet or whatever to stop him from like barking, but that's actually been impossible. It's been impossible to train that dog to not bark. He's gonna bark, dude. That's what he does. His ancestors have been guardians for generations, so he's gonna guard. That's what he does. Especially at the crows, dude. He has a serious beef with the crows going on. Like, I'm pretty sure the crows like taunt him, dude. They come over here just to mess with him. But I was talking to a goat farmer, and this goat farmer has a bunch. He has a bunch of Pyrenees that guard his goats because he rents his goats out to like clear land, and he leaves his Pyrenees with him to guard them. And he said that his Pyrenees hate the crows too because the crows will actually like when there's a newborn goat, it's very very weak, and like the crows will come down and and like eat the eyes of the baby goats. And so he says that the Pyrenees have learned to hate the crows because of that. And so maybe he hates the crows because of some sort of ancestral DNA knowledge or something. I don't know. I don't know. I'll put the tip of his nose right here. There we go. But yeah, he hates crows. He hates coyotes. Um, doesn't like deer. But dude, he loves ducks for some reason. He absolutely loves ducks. I remember when he was a pup, I took him down to the river, and um, there was like a mom duck with her little baby ducklings, and they actually let him like come up and sniff them, and like he was cool with them. It was almost like they knew he was a guardian, and they were cool with him being there. Because normally, a mama duck with baby ducks would fucking flee, right? But they liked him. He still loves ducks to this day, dude. You know, guys, I'm starting to fade out, and I'm starting to get tired, and I don't want to be handling a super sharp knife while I'm doing that. Also, I haven't stropped in a while, so I'm gonna strop these and then probably hit the rack. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thanks, Benner, for supporting the shop by buying a Cobb Mountain Woodworks t-shirt. Much appreciated. Thank you, everybody over here, for the 2,000 likes and all the follows. That was crazy. Thank you, everybody here, as always, for hanging out. Thanks for the like, dude. I'll be back tomorrow, dude, but tomorrow is not going to be carving. It's going to be more... I gotta glue up some walnut to do some more jewelry boxes, and then I got just some more kind of woodworking chores like that. I like to, on Sundays, I like to sort of prep for what I'm going to be doing throughout the week. It really is, Benners. It's like, it's totally different. Yeah, but I realize I shouldn't be putting all my eggs in one basket, you know? Yeah, it's more of like a casino. It feels like feels all flashy and casino like. You have a bandsaw coming and need to learn? Yeah, I've got a 14-inch bandsaw right there. And yeah, dude, come, Steve, tune in, man. I make bandsaw boxes all the time, dude. I love it. That's one of my favorite things to make, actually, is the bandsaw box. It's definitely exactly like that, Benner. Steve, actually, the reason why I bought a bandsaw was because I wanted to make bandsaw boxes, and then I got addicted to making bandsaw boxes, and I ended up making like, I think over the last 6 months, I've probably made several hundred bandsaw boxes. Or actually more like last 8 months. All right, guys. I'm going to hit it. Benner, dude, thanks again. Appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out. Right on, brother. See you later.